For 2 years, people have agonized and worried about this very day, November 5th, 2024, Election Day. And that worry was justified. What would happen if Donald Trump once again became President of the United States? Would it be the end of democracy? Would it be the end of the country as we know it? And those are legitimate questions. And people worried every day. And of course, there were a lot of things we had to do in those 2 years. Try to control the narrative, expose the evidence, expose the people, the lawsuits, the criminal trials, all of this stuff. And Donald Trump did all he could to delay it and create chaos amongst the whole process. So people were worried. The thing that strikes me as strange is that we are here today on November 5th and people are still worried. And a long time ago, I learned a life hack that keeps my mind clear, and I'm going to pass it along to you. Many of you know it. I doubt many employ it. But here's the deal. Do not waste time, energy, or carry stress over things you cannot control. Now, the 2 years leading up to this, we had some things we could control, and we did all those things to the best of our ability. But here we are on Election Day. There's nothing more we can do. So why worry? I know it's anxious for you to imagine what could happen, but I've told you Kamala's going to win. Donald Trump can't win in any possible way. So at this point, get rid of the stress and the pain that you've carried for 2 years. Just let that shit go because there's nothing you can do about it at this moment. We can only hope that the hard and the good work we put in pays off today, and I believe it will. But it does no good to worry today. I tell you, the next thing you should be thinking about is, what do we do next? But we don't know what we need to do next until we find out who wins the presidential election. If Kamala wins, it's going to be fun. It's going to be rough in parts, but we know what we've got to do. But say the unforeseen happened and Donald Trump won. That doesn't mean it's over. All that means is, what the fuck are we going to do right now? I know some people have said, well, I'm going to leave the country. No, bitch, you're going to stay here and fight because the fight will be even stronger and harder. Thankfully, I don't think there's any way that's going to happen. But don't worry about the outcome today because it's already predetermined. We've got 80 million early votes in, and we'll probably get another 80 million today. Come later tonight, we'll start hearing the totals from the East Coast, and that's going to tell a lot. When we hear about Florida and Georgia and Pennsylvania, which will be some of the first states we hear, we'll know what's going to happen. We'll get a sense by the trends in those states. I think the news will be good. But don't spend today worrying. It's wasted energy. There's nothing more to worry about. We're just waiting, and then we have to decide what we have to do next.